We'll have a look at a bilging problem here where it's midship bilging and with a watertight compartment, and it's got cargo in, and we're first of all asked to calculate the draft. We've done a sketch there, length, breadth of the box shaped vessel. Here's our compartment, and we're asked to calculate the new draft after being bilged. So the volume of lost buoyancy I've marked in red, and the regained buoyancy will be in green, and therefore that's our original draft, sinkage taking us to our new draft. So let's look at how we solve this. Of course, we've got cargo, so we need to work out our solid factor, 1 over 0.8. You don't need to work out this broken stowage, but it's just showing you that there is going to be space there. So we work out the permeability, 1.7 minus 1.25 over 1.7, which comes to 0.265. So the effective length of the compartment is going to be 20 times 0.265, which is 5.3. So it's important to note now at this point that after you've used that 20 to find the effective length, that 20 doesn't involve itself in the problem at all from now on. It's gone now. The real length that we're going to use is the 5.3. Sinkage, volume of lost buoyancy over intact water plane. Obviously our water plane isn't intact, but notice, very important, that the value we subtract is the 5.3 and not the 20. 130 minus 5.3 times 24, and that gives us a sinkage of 0.212, so our final draft is 5.192. Then we have to work out the change in GM. Okay, we haven't been given our kg, although that doesn't change. And because it doesn't change, I have to solve this problem. If we work out our initial km and our final km, subtract one from the other, that has to be the change in GM. So the initial KB, very straightforward, draft over 2. Initial BM, LB cubed over 12V, or you could even do B squared over 12V there. And so our initial km is 12.13. The final values, final KB and BM, looking at the final KB, it's the draft over 2, and the reason it's the draft over 2 and we don't have to use the volume moments table is because if we take that out, we've got 2 even blocks either side that we can push together. So get rid of that part in the middle, the red, push those together, and that geometrically is still a box shape. Therefore the draft, the KB has to be the draft divided by 2. So now the final KB is the new draft divided by 2. BM, of course, notice that the length changes because we've got the 5.3 lost now, so that the L isn't 130, it's 130 minus 5.3, 9.25. So we add those together. Our final km is 11.85. Initially it was 12.13. Therefore we must have a reduction in the GM of 0.28. So just be careful there, making sure you use the right effective length there, and also do the same here. Incidentally, if you did use the volume moments to get the KB, you'd get the same answer, 2.6. You don't need to use it, very straightforward, you just divide the draft by 2.